Do-Rag Wisdom, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Earth Date Y2K 20.05.14. Just 172 days until our November election. Keep this in mind. Fake Senate impeachment trial. No vindication. No adjudication. And no exoneration. Repeat. Today's music is Lux Vivens, that's V-I-V-E-N-S, by Hildegard von Bingen, with sound and other arrangements by David Lynch. Yes, that David Lynch, if you're familiar with his works. Check out his entire, for now, Twin Peaks. And vocals by Jocelyn Montgomery. There was a special election recently in the District of California, Southern California, that includes Santa Clarita. Democrat Katie Hill used to be the rep in that district until it was discovered that she was having an alleged ESS! She was having an alleged ESS! Extreme sexual situation! Oh my goddess! Remember Democratic Senator Al Franken? He had alleged sexual problems too. So he also had to step down and quit his position because of a joke he played on a, I guess, sleeping female staffer. And now Katie Hill is suffering the same fate at the behest of a Democratic Party in an era when every single Democratic vote is necessary to defeat a traitorous sociopathic fiend in our White House! Morons! Morons! Why is the Democratic Party intent on undermining itself? As right-wing as the GOP is, ironically enough, the Democrats are the sexual Puritans, not them. It makes me laugh. And thanks to the so-called party of the people who puritanically forced Katie Hill to step down, Santa Clarita and, the environs, that area there in Southern California, now has a Republican representative named Mike Garcia instead of a Democrat again. I heard that Nazi traitor turd, birther bastard, scumbag Trump was laughing about that and congratulated him. But I want to thank the puritanical Democrats for shooting us in the head! The head, this head right here, you hear it? Head! Nothing left of it. Mournful tune, isn't it? Just how I feel. The GOP, on the other hand, the party of fascism, misogynism, and homophobia, is, ironically, irony. Remember that word. That's one of my favorite words. Irony. Look it up. It's an important word to all of us. The hidden party of sexual liberation. These right-wingers. Don't get me wrong. I believe in sexual liberation. It's great. As long as you are sexually liberating yourself with another consenting adult or with yourself. So when someone amongst the GOP is caught diddling with his ditty, he or she gets a pass. Not burnt at the stake of democratic puritanism, as was done to Ms. Hill and Mr. Franken. Conversely, the GOP and its public celebrate its sexual proclivities. That thing that we allowed to be elected president, for example, bragged about being able to grab female genitalia at will. When you're famous, they let you do it. Let you do it. If Barack Obama had said that he had grabbed female genitalia while campaigning, right? Do you think that the Democrats would have supported him? Bill Clinton was impeached, and I believe mostly, but partially, for lying about a blowjob. Whoever got killed by a blowjob? And the following, or by cunnilingus. And the following election, our entire nation was punished with a W presidency. Remember that one? Remember what that led to? As you all know, sadly, I am a pessimist and a cynic. We live on a unique and majestic planet that we besmirch. Sexual gratification is an important part of getting through the vomitous crap that we create, that we put each other through. And if you can get sex in a socially acceptable way, which to me also means legalizing sex work and fetish professionals, then go for it. Have all the sex that you want. I don't care who you are, how high you are. I don't care if you're the Lubavitcher Rebbe or the Pope of Rome. But if your sexual proclivities interfere with your work, your responsibilities, only then should you be penalized, as you would with any habit. Did Katie Hill and Al Franken do a bad job? Did their alleged sexual proclivities interfere with their duties? In the movie Kinsey, the character says that he wonders how the USA would be if the libertines had founded it instead of the hypocritical Puritans. And if you fear that Puritanism is dead, just look toward the Democrats. It is alive and well. On the other hand, during an orgy, you may run into a Republican or two, or three or four. Remember those lovely randy Republicans, folks. Remember Roy Moore? Sex with teenagers. He is running for the Senate again. Remember Christopher Lee? Not the famous actor, but the Congress Senate person who appeared shirtless on Craigslist. Or how about Larry Craig, who was trying to pick up another guy while he was using the restroom? Don't get me wrong, I have no problems with this at all. Craig was cruising another adult. He wasn't consenting at the time, but at least he was another adult, not a child. Check out the sexual proclivities of Republicans David Vitter, Mark Foley, and, oh man, let's not forget the magnificent and sexually prolific libertine and cross-dresser Rudy Giuliani. Why do some or all of these get a pass from their GOP, their party, and the Democrats who dare violate of puritanical democratic code get censored. In the movie directed by Norman Jewison and starring Al Pacino called And Justice for All, Pacino's character, a dedicated, idealistic, and world-weary lawyer, says, "Something is seriously wrong here. Something is seriously wrong here." And something hypocritically, puritanically is wrong with the Democratic Party, which could allow the malignant tumor Trump, I'm afraid, to ascend to another term. A Republican won in Santa Clarita. Is this the dangerous trend? The Democrats seem to be afraid of what the GOP would say if they excused their sexual adventurers. Oh my goddess! I say that the GOP cares nothing about theirs, and the Democrats should feel the same about theirs, and then go ahead and win for a change. What happened in Santa Clarita is a tragedy because of a Democratic Party too afraid to really get down and to get dirty.